Good morning, students. I am Nilaman from SCAN Public School. Today, I am going to teach you Chapter 3 of Physical Education. Chapter is here Physical Fitness, Wellness, and Lifestyle. Today, I am going to teach you about the components of physical fitness. Today, my topic is components of physical fitness. So this is the topic for today. So in short, I can say कि components of physical fitness are strength, and strength is of two types: dynamic strength and static strength. Second is speed. Third, endurance. Fourth, flexibility. Fifth, and flexibility is also of two types: active flexibility and passive flexibility. Then comes coordinative abilities. These coordinative abilities is used nowadays in place of agility. So let's now discuss in detail about components of physical fitness, that is strength. First of all, it's strength. Okay, so let's study about physical components of fitness. Physical fitness have various components. Different sports activities and physical activities develop each component in varying amounts. For example, sports that include constant movement such as swimming and running improve heart and lung efficiency, whereas gymnastics improves flexibility. The various components of physical fitness are described. Number one, that is strength. So what is strength? The strength, it is the ability of muscles to overcome resistance. It is a major component of physical fitness. Strength can also be defined as the amount of force a muscle or a muscle group can exert. Strength of the body can be measured in pounds or dynes. A certain level of strength is also essential for common person, while for a sports person to have strength is of paramount importance. Some avocations or sports may require less amount of strength, while other avocations or sports require much more strength. In the same way, sports or avocations require different types of strength. For a better understanding, strength can be divided into two parts. First is dynamic strength and second is static strength. So what is dynamic strength? Dynamic strength can be called here isotonic strength because it is related to the movements. In pull-ups and push-ups, we require dynamic strength. While doing such workouts, there is a diminishing tendency in dynamic strength, and as a result, after some time, muscles refuse to do work. At this juncture, a person is not able to do even one extra pull-up or push-up. Movements are clearly visible when someone uses dynamic strength. In each sports movement, strength appears in a different form. Generally, dynamic strength can be divided into three parts. First is maximum strength, second is explosive strength, and third is strength endurance. So dynamic strength is divided into three parts. That is, first is maximum strength. So what is maximum strength? It is the ability to act against maximum resistance. Maximum strength is not usually used in majority of sports. It is usually used in those sports in which very heavy resistances have to be tackled. Example, weightlifting, shot put, hammer throw, discus throw, and javelin throw. In other sports, maximum strength is required for a short period. Example, cross position. Here, cross position in Roman rings in gymnastics, starting and accelerating places in sprinting events, take off in long jump, high jump, triple jump, and in pole vault. In such sports, maximum strength is really very important. Second is explosive strength. Explosive strength can be defined as the ability to overcome resistance with high speed. In fact, it is combination of strength and speed abilities. Explosive strength is generally used in sprint starts here, and weightlifting, shot put, hammer throw, javelin throw, discus throw, long jump, high jump, triple jump, and pole vault. Up to some extent, it is also used in endurance events also, especially in the start and spurt phases. In the above mentioned sports, this force is applied just like an explosion. That's why it is called explosive power. Third is strength endurance. I am telling about dynamic strength. Third type, that is strength endurance C. It is the combination of strength and endurance abilities. Strength endurance can be defined as the ability to overcome resistance or to act against resistance under conditions of fatigue. It can be a form of static or dynamic strength depending on the fact whether the movement is static or dynamic. Strength endurance is commonly used in long distance races, swimming, road cycling, pole vault, and combative sports. So it can be alluded that strength endurance is usually applied in most of the sports. Then second type of strength is static strength. Static strength is also called isometric strength. It is the ability of muscles to act against resistance. Static strength can be measured by here dynamometer. This type of strength is not experienced directly. Static strength is not usually applied in sports. It is applied in phases in weightlifting. Then second is speed. This is second component of physical fitness, that is speed. So speed may be defined as the ability or capacity of an individual to perform a movement of the same pattern at a faster rate. In fact, speed is the ability to move the body as fast as possible. Here, especially in running, however, different sports skills require different types of fast movements and quick reactions. Speed of movements is much more than just running speed. It includes the speed of body parts, such as the explosive strength of the shot putter's body across the throwing circle, or the speed of a gymnast. In handspring, most of the sports require speed over short distances, such as running between the wickets in cricket. Speed depends on the type of muscle fibers. There are two types of muscle fibers here, fast twitch and slow twitch muscles. Fast twitch fibers are able to contract rapidly and produce maximum force, whereas slow twitch fibers contract slowly and produce less force. Therefore, fast twitch fibers fatigue quickly, whereas slow twitch fibers fatigue slowly. Now, it can be decided easily whether an individual is suited to speed-related events or for events which are related to endurance, because percentage of these fibers in an individual can be measured. Training can enhance speed by reducing the reaction time of the individual. Most probably, speed is used in every sport except endurance-related sports. So this is about speed. Then comes third, that is endurance. Next component of physical fitness, that is endurance. Third component of physical fitness, that is endurance. Endurance is another important component of physical fitness, like speed and strength. It is the ability to sustain an activity. Here also defines this Harry. He also defined endurance as the ability to resist fatigue. In all sports, endurance is directly or indirectly of high importance. It is usually measured by the number of repetitions. For example, the number of sit-ups an individual can complete in 1 minute is often used to measure the endurance of the abdominal muscles. The type of endurance varies from sports to sports. Basically, there are two types of endurance, short-term endurance and long-term endurance. So, short-term endurance, this is needed in sports wherein the action or movement is only for short duration and intense. That is in hockey, football, wrestling, etc. And long-term endurance is needed in sports wherein the actions or movement is for a longer duration and is less intense. In long distance races, road cycling, cross country races, etc., endurance is not only needed in sports but also needed for a common individual in his or her day-to-day life also. Endurance can be increased by continuous training method, interval training method, and repetition method. Then comes flexibility. Number 4, flexibility. And it is of two types, active flexibility and passive. So, flexibility, it is necessary component for physical fitness. Flexibility is the range of the movements of joints. An individual who has proper flexibility can perform here his or her work very easily. Such people seems to be attractive. Usually they tend to have good personality also. Flexibility is not only a significant factor in sports but also equally significant for an individual in his or her daily life also. The range of movement varies significantly from joint to joint but depends on the structure of the surrounding tendons, ligaments and muscle tissues. Flexibility is related to genetic factors as well as physical activity programs. Usually tight joints prevent smooth and efficient movements. Flexibility trainings prevent muscular injuries. Maintaining flexibility throughout the life, especially in back and leg muscles, may help in preventing back problems. Flexibility is helpful in learning various skills easily, such as backstroke in swimming. These skills can be learned easily if an individual has ample flexibility. Flexibility is of two types, that is passive and active flexibility. So what is passive flexibility? The ability to carry out movement to greater distance with external help is called passive flexibility. For example, stretching exercises with the help of a partner. Passive flexibility is always more than active flexibility. In fact, passive flexibility is the foundation for active flexibility. It is the foundation for active flexibility. So, what is active flexibility? Active flexibility is the ability to carry out movement to a longer distance without any external help. To do a stretch without the help of a partner, active flexibility can further be divided into two parts. It is also divided into two parts, static and dynamic. We can say the active flexibility can be divided into two parts, static and dynamic. Static and dynamic. We are talking about which activity here? Here, active flexibility. This is of two types, static and dynamic flexibility. Static flexibility is usually required by a sports person when he remains in a static position while diving, sitting, lying and in standing position in various sports. Dynamic flexibility is needed for carrying out movements to greater distance when an individual is in motion. Both types of flexibilities are essential for a general individual and for a sports person. Flexibility can be achieved through stretching exercises. Before performing stretching exercise, one should do gentle jogging or slow running. Don't start directly performing stretching. Okay, and it should before that one should do gentle jogging and slow running. Then comes coordinative abilities. This name is used nowadays in place of agility. So before 1980s, speed, strength, flexibility, endurance and agility were considered the main components of physical fitness. But after that, the term agility changed into coordinative abilities. The term agility was discontinued because it was not clearly defined and there was no unanimity in explaining its meaning. So nowadays coordinative ability is used in place of agility. Coordinative ability mainly depend on the central nervous system. The coordinative abilities are those abilities of an individual which enable the individual to do various related activities properly as well as efficiently. Our accuracy, rhythm, flow and constancy depend on our coordinative abilities. These abilities can be of various types such as balance ability, rhythm ability, adaptation ability and reaction ability. These types of abilities can be enhanced through general or specific exercises. Usually the beautiful and graceful movements of our body are directly related to our coordinative abilities. These types of abilities are very much helpful in gymnastics and diving. Coordinative abilities can be improved if we carry out correct movements. We should avoid incorrect movements while playing any game or sport. If we take the above mentioned points into consideration, coordinative abilities can be improved. Okay, so in the next video you will learn about components of health related fitness. So this is today you have learned about components of physical fitness, that was strength. It was of two types, dynamic and static strength. Speed, endurance, flexibility, it was of two types, active and passive. And active, flexibility was of two types, dynamic and static. Then coordinative abilities. So these all were the components of physical fitness which you have learned today in this video. And your homework is try to prepare notes according to this topic. Okay. And till then, stay alert, stay healthy, and mask yourself, take proper care. Thank you. Have a nice day.